Alright, I have all of my end caps mounted, ever closer to reassembling the engine, but I just want to step that I'm taking. So I have, when I've mounted this bottom cap on this over here, we aren't. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mount this down, but yeah, I'm just going to mount this so that we close to exactly the right spot, so we don't have any lips like that. And also we've got numbers on the caps on this side. These numbers match, so this is a reference point. I've got the correct cap for the correct conrod. Everything's the same, etc, etc. Everything's got the same, and leave them mounted like that. And as to ensure that I don't get any confusion putting this one on this one, for example, or vice versa, so we can make sure that everything is as perfect as it can possibly. Yeah, we'll just get these snugged up and then we'll put it back in the engine. Alrighty, so the piston rings, all the new ones, but as you can see, they don't sit. Is when it's inside the cylinder, we want the rings to push out against the cylinder so that there's no, or at least a small, where we can get it in, which is where this handy little tool comes in place. So this is this tool here to just squeeze these together, and then we're going to use that to slide into the cylinder and then inside and mounted correctly. Now, in preparation for that, the cylinder walls with automatic transmission fluid. The reason we do this is because specifically to lubricate metallic components that are rubbing together. This is absolutely want that whilst we're, scraping down things and everything inside here. So it will result in a whole lot of smoke once I get everything else going, and I get the first price to pay to make sure that we don't completely shred the cylinder walls to pieces moving. And so now all I need to do is obviously remove the end caps, smear a bunch of that assembly lube, we'll put the piston on top, we'll go underneath with the cap later and put that back on, mount it all up, and we're good to go. So I'm over here cleaning the pistons on the Hiace for the important surface on the outside. In here it doesn't need to be clean, it's not going to be rubbing against or touching anything. Would be nice if it was. These grooves I need to put the piston rings into, and as you can see we've got a fair bit of build up here, or anything else that I could stick this in to really get all of the grime out. But I did find a surprisingly really well actually. This is a tire gauge measurement tool. So this just tire pressure tread you have left. But as you can see, I've already been using it. This is exactly the right size, not only to fit in here without all of the gunk there, but also if I stick it sideways, perfect. So I can give that a nice gentle scrape, and then I'll go at it with a toothbrush, just gently. Very exciting what you find around the workshop if you're willing to look a little bit differently at things. Okay, first piston is all cleaned up, and almost all cleaned up and ready to go. I just wanted to show you a comparison, to be honest. Polished up the top, a little bit of WD-40 here, in oil mostly, but I just wanted to show end cap go. So this is what acts as like a bearing, sits in there like that. So I've just popped that out, and the other side, the whole lot look like this. is some wet and dry sandpaper. Sandpapering anymore, it's mostly for polishing. And I've got a little oil tub there. I've wet this with oil, just sort of like this. I can't do it properly with one hand on the camera, but as you can see, there's the before and after sort of thing. So we'll do this as well. I'm sure I'll need to. We'll do it with all of them, of course. Clean up all of the rest and replace the rings, and we'll be ready for installation. Alright, so after my tantrum in the previous episode, I'm here. So I've got the pistons, I've gotten a pit in here and just scrape out the last little bit I want to see. So I'm barely even touching that, it's so easy, which is nice. But any of these little issues with the new piston rings, so, and at least get some more prep work done while we wait. So this, and probably install the piston ring. Nah, I don't think I'll install them for ages exposed. So yeah, we'll just do all of this, and I'll get on to some other stuff that I can update you when I have an update.